While we await rain from our skies, City Council debates solutions to the water crisis. Tonight on Chris 6 News, discussion on desalination flows through council chambers. Neighborhood News reporter Suzanne Stevens is at City Hall with details on a new desal plant study. Plus, lower your expectations for a cheap breakfast. Just ahead, find out how much more you'll be shelling out for yolks in the coming months. Chris 6 News at 5 starts right now. And we thank you for joining us. I'm Andy Lascano.
And I'm meteorologist Stephanie Lauber.
Well, we're going to get to those stories from your neighborhood in just a moment. But first, after weeks, even months of dry conditions, the coastal bend could see flash flooding in the coming days. That's why Stephanie's here. How can we flood when the ground is rock hard?
You know, Andy, I think that's a really popular question. Folks are very sensitive when we say there's rain in the forecast, so there's a lot to break down about what's happening in the forecast, but we're expecting a lot of rain in a short period of time, and that is what complicates the issue. So let's break down some things that we're watching in the forecast right now and what we expect to see in the coming days. So here's what we need to talk about. We have very heavy rainfall and the potential for flooding coming into our forecast here over the next couple of days. That's the biggest question. What we are watching very closely is that it's going to be heavy rainfall. It's not going to be everywhere all at once. So we're still watching to see exactly what you will find in your neighborhood over the next couple of days. But we feel pretty good that everybody's in the pool for some rainfall, and we expect a good drink of it here over the next couple of days. So in anticipation of that, the National Weather Service has already got an alert on deck for us. It is a flood watch. It begins tomorrow afternoon at 1 p.m. and it's going to carry into Friday afternoon, and it covers all the coastal bend except our southern 3 counties, which is managed by the National Weather Service in Brownsville. So we may see that coming very soon. But either way, heavy rainfall is expected, and we're going to talk about how soil can affect what you see in your neighborhood and your flood risk ahead.
All right, Steph, we'll look forward to it as always. Now, while we await rain from our skies, Corpus Christi City Council is discussing long-term solutions to our water crisis. Right now, city leaders are discussing studies and models of a potential desalination plant. Corpus Christi Water's Drew Molly held a presentation featuring a potential schedule, what the treatment campus would look like, and more information on the project. Neighbors also spoke at public comment, some for, some against the project.
And Corpus Christi is home to one of the most diverse estuaries in the entire nation. And by doing this, you are harming these people and the animals.
We, the undersigned, of which are over 270 coastal bend residents, urge the Corpus Christi City Council to vote yes on item 1 on the March 25th, 2025 meeting.
Neighborhood News reporter Suzanne Stevens will have more for us tonight at 6 on the desalination plant discussion. Well, the city says water had to be released from the Wesley Seal Dam because of a drop in the level of water in the Nueces River. On Monday, the Mary Rhodes pipeline was temporarily shut down because of some planned adjustments to increase the water flow through the pipeline. Well, that caused the river level to drop, which in turn led to the Wesley Seal water release to meet demands at the O.N. Stevens water treatment plant. The Mary Rhodes pipeline has resumed operations, but this release caused water to flow over the saltwater dam along I-37, that's near Labonte Park. Planned water releases from Choke Canyon and Lake Corpus Christi have been put on hold due to Stage 3 restrictions. On a related note, Corpus Christi City Council has approved some upgrades to the Mary Rhodes pipeline. They include the addition of a new booster pump along with some new electrical and mechanical components. These upgrades will be done at the Mary Rhodes pipeline pump station in Woodsboro. All of the work expected to be completed by May of next year. While also at City Council today, Council officially approved lowering speed limits for a couple of city streets. That's on Weber between Saratoga and the Oso Creek Bridge, and Ennis Joslin between SPID and Ocean Drive. So drivers will have to stay at 40 miles an hour on the stretch of Weber and 35 miles an hour on Ennis Joslin. Well, speaking of upgrades, there's one coming to the parking lot that gets a lot of use with the summertime coming along. The HEB Tennis Center parking lot will be repaved after council voted to award the contract to Brook Paving and Construction of Robstown at an estimated cost of $700,000 and will be funded by the Community Development Blanc Grant. All right, here's a question for you. Are you a big breakfast eater? Yeah, me too. But if you're waiting for breakfast to get cheaper, don't hold your breath, because experts say you should expect to keep shelling out big bucks for yolks. According to Finance Buzz, the average cost for a dozen eggs has risen to $5.60. That's up 61 cents. 61 cents from a month ago. The FDA predicts egg prices could rise more than 40% this year. There's good news for Texans, however. Data says the cheapest place to get your eggs, H-E-B. Dozen eggs cost $4.49 at the Texas grocery store chain. The West Texas measles outbreak is now up to 327 cases. That's according to today's latest report from the Texas Department of State Health Services. Most of the cases are kids, with 245 of them younger than 18. 40 of them have been hospitalized. The virus has now spread to 15 counties in West Texas and the South Plains region, with 226 cases remaining in rural Gaines County alone. Governor Abbott addressed school choice in Austin today, reiterating his support for the bill. The governor spent much of the legislative session pushing the House and Senate to pass education savings accounts. At today's news conference, the governor pushed for school choice as a way to remain #1 in education. School choice legislation failed in the House during the last legislative session and in multiple special sessions.
AP exams, they cost $98 each, and many students take more than one. I'm Tony Jaramillo, your neighborhood news reporter on the West Side. But did you know CCISD has made it possible for some students to take this exam for free? For many high school students, advanced placement, otherwise known as AP exams, can be a financial barrier.
You know, $100 for like an exam that we don't really have like that, just like to throw around too. And I mean, because there's other things I need to do for school too.
Julian Garcia is a senior at Moody High School. He's taken 4 AP exams throughout his high school career, with one more to go this semester.
You know, I passed these tests, and thanks to the teachers and CCISD for really giving me, like, students the chances to.
That chance Julian is talking about is CCISD picking up the tab for AP tests.
We cover the cost of that for them so that they have that opportunity to take that test.
School officials say they've covered the test for those that qualify federally for free/reduced lunch over the last 5 years. The district approved the purchase on Monday's school board meeting of over 3,500 exams at high schools all over the district, like Moody. And the exams give college credit if passed, potentially saving students and families thousands.
We've seen an increase over 1,000 per year of exams taken.
For Julian Garcia, it means a path to the Naval Academy and gratitude. How much more stress would you, your mom, your family have had you had to pay $500 with these 5 exams that you've had to take over the course of your high school career?
Well, in reality, I wouldn't be stressed at all because I wouldn't have been able to take it.
CCISD officials say if you haven't filled out the form for free or reduced lunch, contact your child's school's registrar. On the West Side, I'm your neighborhood news reporter, Tony Jaramillo, Chris 6 News.
Tony, thanks for that report. Now, after 12 years as Corpus Christi's city veterinarian, Dr. Melissa Draper is taking her expertise to people assisting animal control. PAAC is launching a $6 million campaign to build a new state-of-the-art veterinary clinic. Draper will bring more than 2 decades of animal care experience to help their community programs. The city confirms Draper will leave her position on April 4th, and a search for her replacement will begin immediately after that. Well, a tribute that travels is bringing a powerful experience to our neighborhoods. Coming up, we're going to show you how you can witness the wall that heals.
This is Veterans in Focus, sponsored by the Heil Law Firm. Battling for justice, winning for the community.
You know, every month we continue sharing stories of wounded heroes from our neighbors. Ahead of the opening of the new Purple Heart exhibit, Military Order of the Purple Heart Chapter 598, in partnership with the Corpus Christi Museum of Science and History, is working to open an exhibit featuring local Purple Heart recipients. All Purple Heart veterans from the Coastal Bend are encouraged to participate. Our Michelle Huffman visited Alice and spoke with Marine Corps veteran Henry Fletcher. Fletcher recently added his name to the list of Purple Heart veterans who want to be featured on the exhibit.
seen you all on TV. I seen you talking to the veterans that you had interviews with, and I know what they're talking about. And this is an honor for the veterans.
Well, you want to join us tonight at 6 for this week's Veterans in Focus as Michelle shares Mr. Fletcher's story and shows you how he earned 3 Purple Hearts. Somehow, thank you for your service just doesn't seem adequate. Well, the Wall That Heals arrived in Corpus Christi this morning and got the VIP treatment. A caravan of law enforcement vehicles and motorcycles escorted the 18-wheeler carrying the wall from the Borchard Fairgrounds to Shoreline and then the Veterans Memorial High School. The Wall That Heals is a 3/4 scale replica of the Vietnam Veterans Memorial in Washington, D.C. It's 375 feet long, stands just over 7 feet in height. The wall will be assembled tomorrow at Veterans Memorial High School.
Having the Wall That Heals here at Veterans Memorial is in direct alignment with our namesake and our role in the community as a school. And so when we had the opportunity to bring this wall not only to Corpus Christi but to Veterans Memorial, we certainly jumped at that opportunity.
The Wall That Heals opens Thursday, March 27th. It'll be open round the clock at Veterans Memorial High School, 24 hours a day. A closing ceremony will be held Sunday at 1:45 in the afternoon. The Military Monument Project is underway at Sherrill Veterans Memorial Park. Mayor Paulette Guajardo announced on Facebook yesterday that crews are working on the Bell Huey helicopter. The monument will serve as a tribute to veterans and their families. The project is expected to be complete by this summer.
All right, here we go. Check on how the roadways are doing. We're looking at SPID right now, a wide view with a lot of cars out there, but it looks like things are flowing smoothly, so we'll tell you where they're not right now. We'll take a look at how things are doing along 181. We have some slowdowns if you're heading to Portland. Looks like things are slow as you come over the causeway and approach that first exit by Moore. Keep that in mind. Expect delays. If you're coming down 37 or heading up the crosstown toward 37, that's where we have some major slowdowns right now, so you should be aware of that. The usual slowdowns on 358 heading toward the crosstown exist, as well as Rodfield being really busy right now. Heading to the Bluff, NAS Corpus Christi is not a slow spot, but we are a little slow on Waldron Road. So as you head out, make sure you stay safe and drive safe. We'll be right back. All right, time to talk about the elephant in the room. Rain, when it will happen, who's going to see it? And if this doesn't give you any more confidence in the forecast right now, the National Weather Service office here in Corpus Christi has already put this flood watch on deck. Hasn't begun yet, obviously, no rain expected today into tonight, but we expect this flood watch to go into effect tomorrow afternoon, starting at 1 o'clock and going until noon on Friday, because we're expecting some very heavy downpours here across the coastal bend, made worse by the fact that we really haven't had much rain here over the past couple of weeks, months, and really, if you want to get about the nitty-gritty, we haven't had a whole lot of rain consistently for a couple of years. So that puts us in a very dry spot. So because we're expecting that rain to come down in big buckets in a short period of time, that brings the concern for flooding. So we're going to talk about what our rainfall forecast looks like. But there are a couple things to consider when we're talking about heavy rainfall. We have different types of soil around the coastal bend. So depending on what the soil looks like in your neighborhood, that also plays into the flood risk. So when we have more clay types of soil, that does not absorb into the water doesn't absorb into the clay very easily. So that will sit more on the surface. That's where we can see a little more flooding, maybe some more runoff. So this is something that meteorologists look at pretty carefully to see how this will impact your neighborhood. But all of us are looking to see, as I mentioned, a lot of rain in a short amount of time. So the flood risk stands for everyone. Just the nitty-gritty as to what neighborhoods will see the worst of it, it's going to depend on specific things like that, where exactly the storms happen that we just don't have a clear picture of just yet. So we'll talk about what we do know coming up, but I can tell you it's very warm west of Highway 77. Look at this, 90s still on the board here. Meanwhile, on the coast, we're hanging out in those nice, comfortable 70s on the beaches. So how's it looking in your neighborhood? We'll start off on the island. Padre Island showing temperatures right now in those low to middle 70s here in comparison to what we're seeing from our neighborhood stations up in B County, where those temperatures are feeling quite a bit warmer. We're looking at 90 for that temperature off Hilltop Road, our Beeville station, and FM 504. So yeah, there's a lot of difference between what's happening along the coast and those who are baking in our inland neighborhoods. But as we head through this evening, clouds rolling back in, a little more fog during the overnight, but temperatures, because of those clouds blanketing us in, are not going to fall very much during the overnight. So we'll only get down to around the upper 60s, 70 degrees as we've had past midnight. We don't really fall a whole lot when it comes to those temperatures into Wednesday morning. So that's something to keep in mind as you get ready for tomorrow morning's commute. Now, the big weather picture shows the front that was off our coast yesterday went right back up to North Texas, brought us warm, humid air over the coastal bend. Well, we're expecting another one to come through on Thursday, but it's going to fizzle on our doorstep, making things very unsettled, very humid, aka water that gives us for rain. Yeah, that's what we're watching for in the forecast. So over the next 5 days, we are looking at a lot of rain falling across the coastal bend. That bullseye usually hangs out toward the Victoria Crossroads in Houston. No, this is much lower and closer to home. I do think maybe our inland and more northern neighborhoods will see the bulk of it, but still there's some uncertainty, so we'll be watching very carefully. But if you're trying to plan your day, Thursday is not the day to do anything outdoors. Thursday is the day that we will be watching very carefully here for that rainfall. And here's a look at that 7-day forecast. We'll be right back.
Have you ever tried running a mile? 5? Try 200. I'm Michaela Chavez, your neighborhood news reporter on the South Side. One local group is showing Texas what teamwork is all about. They're getting ready to run from Gonzales to Houston in a relay race, working together to cross that finish line hand in hand.
We are going to spread the mission of inclusion for 200 miles across Texas in the Texas Independence Relay.
Michelle Jones is the founder of Wings of Texas, a nonprofit that assists individuals with disabilities and promotes inclusion.
This will be Charlie's 9th year doing the Texas Independence Relay and Captain Lori's first year.
She's also Charlie's mom.
The first year we did it, we took Charlie out as a proof of concept just to show the race director that we could do it and that we could do it safely.
Since then, the team has grown. There will be 2 captains, Charlie and Lori, and there will be 12 people helping them make their way to the finish line. They're called Angels.
We give our stronger runners the longer distances. So the longest distance that one of the Angels will be doing is a total of 20 miles, and they have 3 legs.
That angel she's talking about is Hector Llanes.
Having to run 200 miles is not something you just do every weekend.
He ran in high school and wanted to pick it back up. But he wasn't just looking for running buddies. He was looking for a family.
Seeing the Wings of Texas out in these 5Ks, 10Ks runs that they have downtown kind of inspired me and my family. So we ended up talking to Michelle and Thomas and Rusty, and they opened their arms wide and we came right in.
200 miles isn't easy, especially when there are challenges along the way.
There's actually some dirt roads. You're talking about some oil field trucks, 18-wheelers running by us with, just dirt and dust going everywhere. Just cars going by so fast at night. That and the hills. After your 15th mile, you kind of ask for some help to go over the hills.
But the Angels I met all agree that there's no challenge that can get in the way of spreading inclusion on a whole new level.
Charlie's experiencing something that people only dream of doing, and it's because of the 12 amazing Angels that we have that are willing to go out there for 32 hours, not sleeping, not showering, just getting out there and making sure that Charlie and Lori cross that finish line.
Jones says the team will take off Friday, March 28th to head to Gonzales. They'll start the Texas Independence Relay on Saturday and cross that finish line on Sunday. With your neighborhood news in the South Side, I'm Michaela Chavez, Chris 6 News.
You're watching Chris 6, part of the Scripps News Group.
Well, they had a party, let's call it, in Port Aransas today. Neighbors gathered for a ribbon cutting at the new $2 million Old Town Park. The project's been underway for several years, and Port Aransas neighbors finally have a new community hangout spot.
It's a symbol that shows our community that we support them and we want to create more beautiful space that they can outdoors enjoy. We hope the citizens be able to enjoy it. We hope tourists can enjoy it.
Oh, I have a feeling everybody's going to enjoy it. Old Town Park, located right in the heart of Port Aransas, and it's connected to the community center that was already there. One last time to check in with Stephanie Glauber. Well, you got some great news about the rain. I mean,
That I do.
Significant rain.
We're expecting a lot of it.
Yes.
I mean, when it rains, it pours here in South Texas. Just wish we could do this more often and not all at once, right? Well, I think the bullseye here is Thursday. That's going to be our heaviest, wettest day of the week. As we expect most of the rain. We're going to keep an eye on this forecast because it is expected to change, but we are all expected to get rain. So this flood watch will start tomorrow and be in effect until Friday. Andy, we're going to keep an eye on it here at Chris 6.
Come on with it. That'll be great. Great news for everybody around here. Thanks for joining us. We're back at 6.